All right. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. I am so happy to see you today. I would like to say thank you for your patience. We are going to get into our shadow work reading, but I know it's been quite some time since I posted a shadow work reading, and guess why? Because I was doing shadow work myself. So, I can't get on here and tell you guys to make sure that you're choosing yourself, and I can't support you and encourage you if I'm not doing the same thing. I like to lead by example. So I took some time away to work through my shadow work that was coming up, a lot of old trauma triggers, things like that. So I took some time away to work through it, and now I'm ready and I'm here and I'm back, and we're going to get into this reading. Okay, and I did roll out of bed. It was one of those things where if I didn't do it right away, I wasn't going to do it. So forgive me. I got my tea here, and we can get into this. I really don't use this Moonology deck. And since this is a shadow work reading, I think I'm going to use it. But we're going to use it as like a bonus message. Okay? So let's see. What wants to come out? Spirit, earth, angels, ancestors. What messages do you have for the collective? I ask that you deliver a clear message and that it resonates for all of those who need to hear it. Remember, these messages are timeless. So whenever you come across it, it's for you. All right, so let's see what wants to come out. Let's see. Oh. Okay, this one is a flipper. I don't got my glasses on either. Okay, it says, have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Okay, so if you've been working on something, planning something, trying to get something together, and I get it. I can attest to that. When it's your dream, it's your your passion, and you're following your heart, and sometimes things don't go as smoothly. Spirit is telling you to have faith, keep going, and I'm telling you to keep going. You probably gonna stuff's gonna fall apart over and over again. So you might as well get used to it in the energy, or get into the energy, or just know that when you are building your dreams, when you following your dreams, honey, shit gonna fall apart, and it's probably gonna keep falling apart. But each time something falls apart, it's like a level up. So just get into the spirit of you know what, this is how it goes, and shrug it off. Okay, keep having faith. Don't give up on your dreams. If your dreams came easy, you know what I'm saying, if your dreams came easy, then everybody would be living their dreams. It's the reason why it's a bit of a struggle, because you got to keep going. And a lot of people stop because they're like, okay, I've been knocked down 27 times. I can't keep doing this. Get back 28. Get back up on the 28, on the 29th, on the 30th time. You never give up. So keep having faith in your dreams. All right. That was your bonus message. Now we're going to get into the actual reading. But I just wanted to use this deck because I never really use it. All right, so now let's get into this. How are we starting? What is the overall energy, Spirit? Spirit, give me a minute. I'm a little rusty, y'all. I ain't been out here doing a reading in a while. So give me a minute. Hold on. How are we starting? What is the overall energy, Spirit, for our shadow work reading? How are we starting? What do we need, Spirit? What messages do we need? How are we starting? Please give us a card. Okay, this one wants to come out. Ten of Swords. Everything is fine. Okay. Spirit, what else? We need two more, please. Oh, y'all saw that? It popped right on the body here. Justice. Okay. One more. One more, please. Oh, we got a flipper. Hang on, y'all. Damn. And the Four of Swords. Okay. So, without even clarifying, we got the ten of Swords, Justice, and the Four of Swords. Swords, remember, represents thought, communication, decisions, anything in your mind. And just based off the tarot cards, something it's heavy in your mind. You cannot sleep at night. I wonder what's going on. We about to get into this. I need to clarify, though. But, hold on. Help me clarify these. All right, Spirit. Why do we have the Ten of Swords, the Justice, and the Four of Swords here. Can you help me? Clarify why. Clarify the Ten of Swords, please. Why are we at the Ten of Swords? Clarify the Ten of Swords, please. And thank you. Okay. We got conch shell. I cannot speak. Conch shell. There you go. And it says calling. Calling. Underneath the Ten of Swords. Okay. All right. Clarify this Justice card, please, Spirit. Okay. Next, we got feathers. And it says restoration. Ooh, that's crazy that it came out right underneath this Justice card. Oh, wow. Okay, we about to get into it. Hold on, y'all. I got to pull this clarification. We can get into it. All right, Spirit. Why is the Four of Swords here? Four of Swords. Oh, wow. Hold on. Now I'm going to flip. Give me a minute. There you go. Oh, my necklace then came off. That's cool. We got lower world, and it says past. Past. Okay. All right, move those over to the side. So we are starting off this shadow work with the Ten of Swords. Now remember, swords is everything in your mind, your mental. And what I'm getting from this, now, it's the Ten of Swords. Now, 10 in the tarot deck represents completion. And what I'm getting is that maybe you have just, excuse me, I couldn't clear my throat in time. Maybe you have just gotten over something that was, again, remember we talked about in the beginning, and your message that came out was have faith in your dreams. So maybe it's got something to do with that, right? So maybe in the midst of you having faith in your dreams, remember we talked about that getting knocked down part a little bit, and you've decided that you're going to get back up. And what the Ten of Swords represents, 10 represents completion, right? But you see how all these swords is in her back. She got her phone. Like, don't get me wrong, the shit hurts. Like, but this card is basically saying, like, you know what? It's complete, a 10 out of 10. It's not like it hurts, but I'm gonna move forward. Does that make sense? So it's like I'm hearing in my head, Cardi B knocked me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Like that's what's happening here. It's like at this point, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna get stabbed in the back, or you're gonna have some tough decisions, some things that you need to cut. Like, it comes with the territory, basically, is what I'm getting. Like, it comes like the whole idea of, you know what you want, your dreams or your passions, what your goals, whatever. You know what you want, and you know where you're headed, and it really don't matter what obstacles come up. Everything is gonna be fine, because I know that in the end, I'm gonna get exactly what I want. I'm going to accomplish my goals. I'm going to meet, my needs, whatever the case may be. I'm going to get to that point with this Ten of Swords. But just like you can distract yourself, it's like stuff like that. It's like you just gotta ignore it, basically. You see how she on her phone and the store is just in her back? You gotta ignore the bullshit. The stuff that come at you is like, yeah, let it come at you, but don't react to it. You know what I'm saying? Don't lose faith overall. Because in the end, this still is a 10. 10 out of 10 is a completion. You're still complete. Does that make sense? Like, you're gonna move on. And you're just taking it as it comes. Like, when you are striving for the top, when you striving for greatness, bullshit come along with the territory. But just because it come along with it, you could just like ignore it. It's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, to expect nothing to happen, or to expect that all your dreams, like it won't be some bullshit. It's a bit misleading. This is saying, like, what this card represents is, it doesn't matter what the bullshit is, you gonna overcome it. And that's facts. That is hella facts. Okay? You are strong. And to clarify your Ten of Swords, we got conch shell. I cannot say this word today. Conch shell. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Conch shell. There we go. And what it says is calling. So this is crazy, because remember, we were just talking about having faith in your dreams. Whatever it is, this is your calling. So this, I do feel as though This was kind of getting at that first card that we pulled, that bonus message, talking about your calling. Like, this is your, what's got you feeling like this with this Ten of Swords. Like, yes, you are probably going through a lot, experiencing a lot of transitions, just maybe a lot of interference that you probably didn't anticipate. But you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, yeah, this sucks, but it don't matter. It'll all pass soon, and I'm still going to get to the end goal here. This is your calling. So I like that this clarification card came out underneath your Ten of Swords, basically saying that you are on the right path. You're chasing your heart. You're chasing your passion. You're chasing your desire, like whatever that looks like. I don't know, but you are chasing your dreams, your goals, what you want out of life. And you may be experiencing that Ten of Swords because, again, mind. So that's a lot of stuff for your mental. That's a lot of decisions you got to make, things you got to cut off, things like that. But you're complete. And everything will be fine. That's why it says everything is fine. Like, even if it's not, it's like it will be. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep going. Next, you got Justice. And I was so happy when this card came out, y'all, because, and it came out right after your Ten of Swords here. So what this is saying, justice will be served. Flat out, I'm hearing straight up, justice will be served. Justice in the sense of you will, like, okay, remember we talked about, hold on, all these swords in your back? Whoever stabbed them gonna get theirs. Not to be like negative. It's just like all the people, the skeptics that doubted you, everybody that tried to stand in your way, people who didn't support you, just negative feedback that you may have received. Justice will be served, and maybe not in like a negative sense of like, oh, something bad gonna happen to them, but Spirit is gonna remove those that, remember I called it those interferences out of your life. That's justice for you. Justice will be restored, and basically what's gonna happen is that you're going to be sitting in this throne with the power. You know, you might see that people, you know, again, people who didn't have anything positive to say to promote you or to support you or whatever, they will be removed. And oh, and when I'm hearing Spirit wants you to know, like, this is what Spirit is telling you. Don't stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you might be recovering because, again, you got these swords in your back. Spirit is saying, don't even, like, it's not your job to get revenge, because maybe you feel like, oh, I got something for that ass, or when I get it, I got something for that. Spirit is telling you off rip, that's not your place. I got the justice. Don't worry about it. Justice will be served, but let me worry about that. You keep worrying about, I mean, not worrying. I don't want to say worrying. You focus on reaching your dreams, following your passion, spending time with Spirit, meditating. That's what you worry about. Don't worry about your enemies. I'll do that. And justice will be served to you in a sense of like all your goals will start to come true. All of your wants, your needs will start. That's what justice, like, you're going to get it. You're going to get everything that you were working for, if that makes sense. So then right underneath the Justice card, I am very thirsty today. Okay. Excuse me, guys. So underneath the Justice card, you got feathers, and it says restoration. So that's what I just say. I love that these come out together. I can't make this shit up, guys. What Spirit is saying, like, things will be restored. Remember, that sounds a lot like justice will be served, right? Things will be restored. Justice will be served. It's pretty much the same card out of two different decks. So I love that it came out. So Spirit is telling you that you will be restored. Like, everything will be, what's the word? Recalibrated, or like you'll get yours. People will be removed. Like, don't worry about it. Have faith. And remember, that first card came up and it said, have faith in your dreams. Overall, Spirit is telling you to have faith in that what you're working for will come to you. I know it's not easy. Maybe you didn't anticipate some of these hardships and you wasn't expecting some stuff to go sideways, or because here's the thing. Oh, that's what it is. This is what I'm getting the message very clear. Spirit is saying, like, to have faith in your dreams. Now, when you sat down and you wrote out what you want to accomplish, how you gonna do that, you wrote it all out and you had it all planned out. Now, things may not have gone the way you planned, and so that's been causing you stress. Maybe you've had to change your plan again, because remember, Swords is all about mental stuff in the head, decisions, communication, all of that. So let's like shit didn't go the way you planned, and now you got to reevaluate your plan. Like, maybe you thought you could do this way, but turns out you're like, damn, I can't do it like that. Now what I'm gonna do? And it's like, maybe for you feel like, well, dang, I had this one plan and I was really counting on that one thing to work, and it didn't work out the way you planned. That doesn't mean that it's not going to work out. Does that make sense? Sometimes the things that we plan, like, we can plan whatever we want. We gotta lead, like, spirit, like, that's a funny thing. Like, we can plan stuff out to the T, and I'm speaking from experience because I am the one with the vision boards, with everything, and I step by step, I'm talking 12 pages of steps of what I need to do to get to where I want, and I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it one way, and then only to have my plan be changed because, like, the way I wrote it out, the way I had it set up, it was going to go this way. And then spirit would throw you with like a curveball, and you'll be like, damn, like, what I'm going to do now? And I would encourage you to expand your thinking, expand your perspective, and be okay with, what am I trying to say? Be okay with shifting the plan, not giving up, shifting. Because I know, like, for me, I like to work in order. Like, I'd be like, okay, first this, then this, then this. I'm learning that even with spirit, sometimes you're going to get shit out of order. You know what I'm saying? And you got to learn to be okay with that. But just because it's coming out of order doesn't mean that it's not working. Does that make sense? So I feel like some of you may feel like whatever I've been doing just isn't working and I'm frustrated, and you might feel like giving up, which is why that message of having faith came out, and why the Ten of Swords came out. Spirit is telling you that everything is fine. Even though you are feeling frustrated, it's going to be fine. And you're going to get it. Whatever you're working for is coming with this Justice and then Restoration. It is essentially the same card in two different decks. Next, you got the Four of Swords. And I'm laughing because, again, you got the Ten of Swords, and then you got the Four of Swords. Again, we know what swords represents, but look how she looking. These swords is over her head and she's stressed. So what I'm getting from this card is that this is just you probably up all night worrying. That's what I'm hearing. You worrying because you trying to figure out how you gonna do it. And I'm hearing spirit say, where's your faith? Like, where is your, like, this is you in bed, like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. And I get it, because like when shit is hitting the fan, you be like, how am I gonna do this? But I think what spirit is telling you with this card is to take a breath, take a deep breath, and just let it, like, just reevaluate your plan. As clarification, underneath the Four of Swords, we got lower world, and it says past. So what I'm getting, something from your past has got you, like, you can't, what am I trying to say? Something from your past. Now, maybe it could be past failures, or let's say this is a goal that you've been working on for a while, and in the past, you haven't been successful. And so you worry. That's what it is. You see how she's stressed? You're worried that you're not going to be successful because in the past, with this lower world card here, you haven't been successful. Now, I feel as though maybe this is that same goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, this goal that you're on, that's what it is. This goal or dream or passion or whatever the case may be, life aspiration, whatever. You've been wanting this or working towards this for a very long time. And you're worried now because basically stuff has been falling apart. It's not going to plan, and you've been at that place of giving up. Does that make sense? And spirit is telling you, don't worry, keep going. But you're kind of like, I'm high key over it because I've been doing this for 12 years. Like, it ain't worked out. I need to shift. Spirit is telling you, don't keep the course. Does that make sense? It's coming. And I know we don't like to hear that. And remember, also, I wouldn't say change your mind. Remember, keep it open, leave stuff what am I trying to say and make it make sense? What Spirit is saying is that leave room for stuff to happen out of order. Maybe the reason why it hasn't happened over this time is because you've been like really controlling with how things need to play out. And sometimes things don't go like, sometimes stuff don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes you might get 3, then you might get 1, then 2 might come in. Like it's gonna be out of order. So Spirit is saying let go of that past fear or that stuff that's in your mind from the past that's holding you back, because you like, well, I failed before, I don't want to fail, or the last time I tried it, it didn't work, so I don't really want to know if I want to move forward. It's hard, I'm struggling, you know what I'm saying? So Spirit is saying let it go. So that's the issue that where we are right now. Moving on to question number 2. What is the situation at hand that we are going through that needs some support? Okay, so we just talked about it. What's happening here is that you're on a mission, you want to work, you want better for yourself, you're striving better for yourself. You haven't always been successful because, you know, life happens. You may be worried that, you know, you're on a new path, you're making these strides, and you feel like you don't want to get too excited, basically, like, because you did it before and you haven't been successful. And Spirit is saying let that go. So moving on to question number 3. What is the support recommendation? So let's see. What do we need to let? Okay, what is the support recommendation? Yeah, let me pull it. So how can we get support through this? Basically, what messages does Spirit have for us to help us have faith, help us to keep going, help us to believe that restoration is coming, to help us let go of our past failures? Now that's too many cards, Spirit. We are already at what, 21 minutes? Okay, come on. Spirit, what's the recommendation? Just a few cards. Okay. This one came out last time. And it says dream, and journey. What? So Spirit is saying with this, have faith. Again, another way of saying continue to have faith. It's faith. I cannot talk today, y'all. Continue to have faith. There it is. Continue to have faith. Allow yourself to dream and know that this is a journey. This is a part of the journey. You are striving towards your dream. Don't give up. Remember? And that's crazy that this came out. This said dream and journey. And then that first card that we got said, have faith in your dreams. So Spirit is saying continue to have faith, don't give up. That's the recommendation. Continue to dream and allow yourself to be on the journey at all parts. Now again, I would love to sit here and say that on the way to the top, that everything's smooth sailing and everything just work out like that. No, this is part of the journey. Like when you get those downs and you had those moments where you doubt yourself and you be like, do I even want to do this anymore? That's how you know, like I'm saying, like when you get knocked down, bro, you get knocked down and you'll be like, man, fuck the shit. I don't want to do it no more. And it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to take a break from something. But when you come back, that's how you know that you really want it. Because otherwise you wouldn't have came back to it. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that you want it and that you came back to it to finish it should let you know, or should show you that you're going to be successful in this. Now, granted, we may want to be successful in every moment. That's just not likely. But your energy, like you came back to this and you're doing it. Like each time you've been knocked down, you've come back to this. So I think our song for this shadow work, everybody go listen to Cardi B. I don't know the name of the song right off the top of my head, but it's like, I look myself in the mirror, I say, we gonna win. Knock me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Like, that's your song. Like, if you need that, you might need to hear that. Go listen to that. All right, so now we're gonna answer number 4. It says, what do we need to let go of at this point in our journey? I can already tell you, but I'm gonna pull the cards anyway. What do we need to let go of at this point in our journey? I'm gonna pull these, I don't even know what these called. Wisdom chakra cards. There we go. Oh, off rip. Okay. Self-worth. Okay. 3 cards came out. So we asked Spirit, what do we need to get rid of? The first card that came out was balance. Now, Spirit is not saying that we need to get rid of balance. Spirit is saying that we need to balance out. Like, that will be helpful. So maybe you may have too many things on your plate. You know, maybe you might be trying to do a lot of things, and Spirit is saying find the balance. Because here's the thing. And like, oh, remember we got in the past. Okay, I get it. What's coming up is that in the past, you may not have been successful because you may have had too many things going on at once. Spirit is saying the key to your success, you need to let go of having your, like, trying to do everything all at once. You know what I'm saying? Spirit is saying spend your energy. Like, you had the energy, but then you was like shooting it here. Spirit is saying find balance. Let go of that. Like, you got the energy. You know what you want. But sometimes you might start over here. And that makes more work for yourself. And that's how you might end up in this place where, you know, you aren't successful, or why you haven't been successful in the past, because you kind of lose steam. So Spirit is saying the only key, like the key to this dream coming true, or for this thing to lift off where you're trying to take it, it's to find balance. And this could be because this card is purple. That's your third eye chakra. This is saying balance within yourself, balance within your intuitions, and find out what you really, really, really want. And what this card, and this card is really screaming to me at, like, sit down, have your journal, and figure out, like, what is it that I want to do? Like, what do I really want to do? Because I also feel like you may have been on this path of, like, stuff that you think you want to do, and it turns out to be not what you want to do, but because you think that's what you're supposed to be doing, you feel defeated. So part of the reason why you may not have been successful in the past is because that's not what your calling is. You get what I'm saying? This card is your third eye chakra. Spirit is saying, are you listening to your calling? Remember, we got calling. This came out. Conch shell calling came out. So make sure that you find that. So Spirit is saying, bring that balance within yourself, and find out what your calling is, so that, you know, naturally speaking from experience, when it's something that you're passionate about, something that you really enjoy doing, you find ways to incorporate that into your schedule, into your everyday being. And that's how you become successful. So Spirit is saying, if you want to be successful at whatever this is, start practicing it a little bit every day. Then next, you got self-worth. Spirit is not saying let go of self-worth. Spirit is saying let go of your negative self-worth. So with this, what I'm hearing is self-talk. Like, again, you may have been unsuccessful in the past, and you probably tell yourself, like, man, I ain't never gonna make it, or I'm never gonna get to this point, or I'm never. And remember, what you tell yourself is ultimately what happens. So you may not even be aware of, again, I'm getting my attention to being pulled back to this card. You may not even be aware of what you're telling yourself and how it's manifesting. Because again, negative self-talk, you might be used to talking to yourself like that. And that's probably like you not going nowhere because you telling yourself you're not going nowhere. So you kind of got to fake it till you make it. Tell yourself like, yep, I'm moving. I'm taking steps every day towards my goal. That's one simple thing. Like, you could say here and be like, oh, that's not going to work. Think about it, because think about all the times and like you be like, damn, I was done for that. I messed up. Like, your self-talk, watch your self-talk is what I'm hearing. Spirit is wanting me to let you know to watch your self-talk. It's probably stuff that you don't even catch yourself saying. And that's the dangerous part, because the stuff that you just be like, oh man, like you be probably beating yourself up. Like when you make a mistake, I'm good for this. I'm going to give you all an example. I'm going to go ahead and take this off because it's about to fall off. My bad. But like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'd like, when I make a mistake, I'd like, damn, I was so dumb for that shit. And that's my favorite. Like, that's my first thing to come out of my mouth. Then I realize, like, I'm telling myself that I'm dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not positive self-talk. So now when I make a mistake, I just say, oh dang, that was very human of me, because humans, we make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. So changing the way you talk to yourself and how you think about, you know, your mistakes or your failures really make a big difference. But I'm hearing that Spirit is saying let go of that negative self-talk and be kind to yourself and be real with yourself. You're not going to be perfect at everything off rip. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit is saying, watch how you talk to yourself. Talk to yourself kindly, because how you talk to yourself is how you view yourself, and your self-worth will improve, and you need that confidence. Like, you're not going to accomplish shit if you telling yourself like, man, I ain't never going to get to my dreams, or I ain't never going to. You damn right you won't, because you telling yourself you won't. So you got to have that positive self-talk, like, yeah, I'm getting closer to my dreams, because, or you say like, each step I take is closer to my dreams, because that's the truth. That's what's going to happen. You get what I'm saying? And then next you got miracle. And Spirit is saying, let go. Again, I think go with this self-worth talk. This self-worth card here. Spirit is not saying let go of the miracle. Spirit is saying like let go. Oh, there it is. Boom. Spirit is saying let go of the idea that miracles can't happen. Like, maybe you see your friends, your homies, your co-workers, your cousins and them, all they shit taken off of them, and you just be like, damn, it's not gonna work for me. How they get it, that's just not meant for me. Remember, kind of with this self-talk thing, what you say is what will happen. So Spirit is warning you and saying like, let go of the idea that miracles aren't possible for you, because they absolutely are. You have to say that, even if you have to say like, miracles are possible for me. That's what Spirit wants you to say to yourself. Let go of the idea that it can only happen for them, not me, because that's not true. But you got to believe it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's hard when you looking at your bank account and it's negative $46 in there, and you like, okay, Spirit is saying keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier said than done. So I'm saying this like as in like, I get it. I get why you would feel like somebody else's dream is taking off and yours isn't. I can see that. But you have to understand, like, what's yours is yours. That's the underlying message here. And I know it hurts sometimes when you could see, like, people, let's say you started before them and then they done got promoted about 5 times, or you've been in the same entry level position for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's yours is yours. You can't really worry about what's happening for somebody else over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, worry about yourself. And if you want better, you do better. You move better. You know, you talk to yourself better, and you believe that you deserve better, and you strive for better. Okay? Next question. What do we need more of at this point? Okay, so question 4 and 5, I'm still working on these. I might rewrite them because I feel like they're the same question. So at this time, Spirit is saying at this point in your journey, you need more balance. At this point in your journey, Spirit is saying you need high self-esteem. Love on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be patient to yourself. And believe in miracles. Remember, your dreams absolutely can come true. And remember, right off rip, we had drum and it said dream and journey. All right. Question number, that was it. Question number 5. What do we need more of at this point? All right, let's do our takeaway message and then I'm out. Spirit, what takeaway message do you have? I'm trying to think. What should I end with? I'm going to end with these. I'm going to get y'all 2 cards to end with. Hold on. All right, B. Let's see. All right. What's our takeaway message there? Give us something that we can leave with. What do you want us to know? What's our takeaway? Oh, you know what? Okay, never mind. I'm going to keep going. If nothing come out, I'm going to get another deck. Oh, we got a flipper. Oh, 2. All right. So we going to end with wisdom. You got ancestors. And it says wisdom. So what Spirit is saying that on this goal, now this is supposed to be a shadow work reading, but remember the whole message of this was believing in yourself, believing in your dreams. Call, like Spirit is saying, seek wisdom, call upon your ancestors, or not like your spirit guides for one, because remember this purple card, and that's your third eye chakra. That's all in, getting into your head space, calling upon your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors in the spiritual realm. But let's say you're not into the spiritual realm and that's not your thing. I get it. Then this means calling on, like, getting resources and support. So people, let's say you got goals. Maybe you know somebody who got similar goals. Maybe you go talk to them, ask them, what was your strategy? What did you do? How did you do that? Or, or mentor. This could be a card encouraging you to find a mentor, find somebody that, you know, you trust, you know, just seeking support in the direction wherever you're headed, you know. Then the next card you got air, and it says creativity. Creativity. So with this card, Spirit is saying be creative. Let it let allow yourself. You see here, this to me look like she dancing. So maybe you might dance a little bit, but whatever the case may be, Spirit is saying look for support through, you know, ask those closest to you to some help for information, you know, whatever goals you may have, or hell, you might meet somebody, look it over and be like, does this seem like a practical plan? You know, whatever. Mentor, however you want to look at that. And then you got creative, and this is just a message saying allow yourself to be creative, allow yourself to and create however too. Don't get caught up in the, oh, it don't look like this. Like sometimes like be creative for your own fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is everybody is an artist, but everybody art won't be, you know, in the art gallery. But that's okay. Like you should create from a place of like I wanted to get this out of me, so I wrote a poem or I wrote a song or I wrote this. That's it. Create to get stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Out of you. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you like this message. Again, I'm so happy to be back. I missed you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Now, turning this off.